Hi, everyone. Ron Crider here, broadcasting from Vero Beach, Florida, July the 10th. This is Friday, day 116, my stay safe at home day. Although I didn't stay safe and I wasn't at home, I tried to be as safe as I could when I went out. I had to go down to Stewart and do some errands, and consequently, I'm a little on behind today, so I'm going to do this fairly quickly today, but I am going to give you all of the numbers because the numbers are pretty staggering. First, let's talk about the cruise ships are stuck. No answer in the foreseeable future, no cruising, high maintenance costs on the ships that are just sitting out there doing absolutely nothing, no income, and big problems. So for the cruising industry, they're really, really in bad shape. Notwithstanding the fact that a lot of these cruise ships and cruise companies are not even part of the United States. They're not registered in the United States. They're registered in Liberia and all over the world, so that they aren't necessarily eligible to receive money from the United States to help bail them out. So they're at a really, really big problem here. So you know the story. I do this every day. I do the numbers from Miami all the way up the east coast of Florida to Melbourne and then across over to Orlando. And I always say about this time, don't be a COVIDiot, because COVIDiots are people who don't wear their mask when they go out and they don't social distance. COVIDiots is a name that was given to us Americans by the people in England, in the UK. I'm not going to give you a weather report today because it's probably going to be the same as it was for the past couple of weeks. I am going to tell you a couple of very quick things. The U.S. is running short of medical gear. Healthcare workers on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic are encountering shortages of masks, gloves, face shields, and it's very frustrating. This is a reoccurrence of what took place in the first couple of months. Nurses say they are reusing N95 masks for days and even weeks at a time. Doctors say they can't reopen offices because of lack of personal protective equipment. State officials say they have scoured the U.S. and international suppliers for PPE and struggle to get orders filled. Experts worry the problem could worsen as the COVID infection climbs, straining the medical system. Not a good thing, not at all. I mean, this is really becoming bad. We test more. That's the good thing. We're supposed to test more. But in the process of testing more, we're getting more people. You'll see there's a lot more in the hospitals. United Airlines on Wednesday said it was warning about 36,000 frontline employees, more than a third of its staff, about potential furloughs as the pandemic continues and the travel demand is much less than it had been before. So it's not a good thing. This is all really bad what's going on, and it's just a really big mess that we're in. And the only way we're going to get out of this is we have to be very careful about this social distancing, wearing our masks and all that sort of thing, because, as I say, there's no cure. There's absolutely no cure. There's no pill. There's no vaccine. I'm going to jump into the numbers here right now. I'll give you the numbers in a hurry, so stand by. Here we go with the numbers. All righty, so the numbers for July the 10th for Friday. Here we go. Let's take a look at the top line here. That's line 81. And in the past 24 hours, Florida has tested 64,356. New positives, 11,433. Huge number, 11,433. I'll give you a comparison in just a minute. And new hospitalizations, 435. A very, very big number. And the total ICU beds available at 130 today, this is according to Rebecca Jones, were 917 for the entire state of Florida. Not so good. And then new deaths to report, not good either. 93 deaths to report. So it's really, really, things aren't looking good for the state of Florida. That's my opinion. You may have a different opinion, but I don't think this is a good thing. Let's take a look at Indian River County. That happens to be where I am at the moment. New testings in the past 24 hours, 539. New positives for Indian River County, 67. New hospitalizations were 6. ICU beds available, only 8. We only have 8 up here, so we don't have very many ICU beds available right now. And there were 2 new deaths reported in Indian River County. As far as Indian River County is concerned, I do have 2 zip codes for you. 32960, 22 new positives. 32960, 22 new positives. That's Vero Beach proper. And then the Barrier Island, 32963, there was 1 new positive over here. All righty, that's Indian River County. Now let's go down to our problem child, Dade County. Dade County has tested 8,567 in the past 24 hours. New positives down there, biggest number of all, of course, 2,380 new hospitalizations, 56, 99 ICU beds available, and 26 new deaths reported down there. And their positive versus testing rate is 14.39. Let's go over to Broward County. That would be Fort Lauderdale. 8,077 new testings in the past 24 hours. 1,603 new positives in Broward County. 56 new hospitalizations. 438 total deaths down there in Broward County, but new deaths are 11. New deaths in Broward County are 11. The most deaths of any of the counties, of course, was Dade County with 1,118, but they reported 26 new ones today. Let's go up to Palm Beach County. In Palm Beach County, they've tested 3,496 in the past 24 hours, 577 new positives, 31 new hospitalizations. They have 95 ICU beds available, and they have 8 new deaths to report. Their positive versus testings is 11.01. In Martin County, that's Stewart, they tested 424 in the past 24 hours. They have 89 new positives, 6 new hospitalizations, and they have a total of 2 new deaths to report, and they have 27 ICU beds available in Martin County. Let's take a look at St. Lucie County on line 87. They tested 846 in the past 24 hours. New positives, 178. New hospitalizations, 0 in St. Lucie County. How about that? ICU beds available, 4, and deaths to report, 1 new death in St. Lucie County. 9.43 positive versus testing. In Brevard County, that's line 88. Brevard County is Melbourne. They tested 1,635 in the past 24 hours, 119 new positives, 13 new hospitalizations. They have 42 ICU beds available as of 1:30 today, and 1 new death to report. And then we'll go up to Orange County. Orange County is Orlando. 3,913 new testings in the past 24 hours, 553 new positives up there, and new hospitalizations were 9. ICU beds available, 61, and new deaths to report. Big number for them. 9 new deaths to report up there. Let me give you a little bit of a comparison here. I'm going to have to take this down to 125 so you can see it a little bit better. All right, sorry about this. I'm going to have to make this really small to be able to tell you what I want to tell you. So let's take this. 11,433 are the new positives for the day for the entire state of Florida. Yesterday, they were 8,935. And then the new hospitalizations were 435 today. Yesterday, they were 409. ICU beds available today are 917. Yesterday, they were 1214. And then the new deaths to report were today are 93. Yesterday, it was a record day of 120. So that should give you a fairly good idea as to where things are. Alrighty, folks, I don't have any sayings for today, and I don't have all the stuff I usually put in at the end. I apologize. I'm sorry that I just don't have those things today. So I can leave you with a couple of ideas. Hey, don't forget to push the like button. Please don't forget to do that. I mean, there's a couple of things you can't forget to do at all. And then the other thing I always say is, don't be a part of the problem and always be a part of the solution. Don't be a problem. Don't be part of the problem and always be a part of the solution. I hope you have a very blessed Friday. We're coming up on the weekend. I'll give you a really good report tomorrow. I'll make up for not doing so well today. All right? Thank you very much. Have a really great Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow.